Fed up with being easily distracted and unable to stay focused? Eric Holt guides you through a comprehensive journey of personal growth, helping you cultivate a growth mindset, develop self-discipline, manage your time effectively, and overcome the hurdles of procrastination, distractions, and burnout.
Hello, this is Eric Holt, and you are listening to Focus. Transform your productivity with proven focus techniques and mind hacks to boost your self-discipline, time management, and growth mindset to overcome procrastination, distractions, and burnout. Provided to you by United Audiobooks. I hope you enjoy my audiobook. Now, let us begin.
Introduction. Everyone has been in this situation, sitting at a desk with a deadline and an unfocused mind. Despite significant tasks, you find it difficult to focus on the job. You've tried everything, yet nothing has changed. You need to focus on the current work. You're motivated to finish it, but you just can't concentrate. Maintaining concentration for more than a few minutes at a time is impossible. It's not just you. It would be a vast understatement to say that distractions have worsened in the last 10 years. With our iPhones, we are all carrying about a continual source of distraction. The ability to focus continuously throughout the day is really difficult. The good news is that there are tried and true techniques for improving concentration. The inability to concentrate on the task at hand is one of the disorders of our time. Everyone wants to learn how to concentrate and focus more efficiently. Nevertheless, given the benefits of increased focus and concentration, it is a problem that warrants addressing. In the rapidly evolving digital world, it is getting harder and harder for our brains to focus on one major task at a time. However, with the right mindset and some effort, you can train your mind to block out distractions and remain present. Whatever the size of the work, success depends on understanding the benefits of maintaining concentration. It might also enable you to identify areas for professional development. Learning to focus and concentrate can be challenging. Of course, most people are interested in finding out how to focus and concentrate better, but carrying it out? Focusing might be challenging because of the continuous distractions we face in our noisy society. Fortunately, the best strategies and cutting-edge research on how to concentrate are presented in this book. We'll explain the science behind paying attention to what is important and keeping your mind fresh. This book should have all the information you require, whether you are trying to focus on your personal or professional goals. Understanding focus and its impact on productivity. How often have you tried to concentrate on something only to realize that your mind is off doing something else? You try hard to focus, but you simply can't get it. This common, annoying circumstance has happened to all of us, and it can seriously impair our work. This chapter explores the power of focus, the hidden costs of not paying attention, and the advantages of developing a focused mindset. What is focus? By default, you must overlook many other things to focus on one thing. Here's an improved formulation. Only when we have decided to accept one choice and reject every other alternative can we begin to focus. In other words, focus requires elimination before it can happen. In other words, what you don't do determines what you can do. Although a current no is necessary for focus, a permanent no is not necessary. Focus necessitates focusing on one thing at a time, but you can always do something different afterward. Saying no to all other options frees you up to complete the one task left, which is why focus is the key to productivity. What can we do then to disregard the things that don't matter and concentrate on the things that do? Why can't I focus? Many people often ask this question. You've probably asked yourself this question if you often try to multitask or have trouble finishing even the smallest activities. And often, the solution is found in the things you do every day and in those things you can control. These can include your bedtime routine and sleep hygiene, not getting enough sleep, skipping meals, or not eating enough calories throughout the day, having your phone or other electronics in your line of sight, having dependents or coworkers who need your attention, having your day planned in a way that is out of sync with your ultradian rhythm, being overly stressed or burned out, or not getting enough exercise during the day. These are just a few causes of why you could find it difficult to focus, and they mainly fit into 5 main groups or factors. 5 common factors of poor focus and concentration. These 5 customs and elements can affect your capacity for concentration. 1. Distraction. We are continuously bombarded with both new and out-of-date information when doing anything. According to a study, because our brains are designed for this distraction, the sheer sight of our smartphone impairs our ability to focus. We continuously assess the data to determine whether it is required, sufficient, or meaningless. The amount of information makes it difficult to determine whether we need more information to make decisions. 2. Insufficient sleep. According to scientists, reduced attentiveness, slowed mental processes, and reduced attention have all been associated with sleep deprivation. It's possible to lose your bearings and find it difficult to focus. Your ability to complete tasks, especially those that call for logic or reasoning, could be significantly hampered. Chronically poor sleep negatively impacts your concentration and memory. If you cannot focus on it, it is doubtful that something will stick in your short or long-term memory. 3. Insufficient levels of exercise. Have you ever noticed how engaging in rigorous exercise makes you feel more calm and energized all day? Your muscles could become tight if you don't undertake any physical activity. Your neck, shoulder, and chest could feel tight, and such a continuous, mild discomfort can impair your ability to focus. 4. Improper eating habits. How we eat impacts how we feel all day, including how alert and focused we are. If we don't feed our brains the proper nutrition, we may experience symptoms like forgetfulness, fatigue, and lack of focus. Low-fat diets can impair concentration because the brain requires specific necessary fatty acids. Other restrictive diets could make it difficult to pay attention because they deprive the brain of the nutrients it needs or make you hungry or uncomfortable, all distracting in and of themselves. 5. External variables. The surroundings can influence your focus depending on what you are doing. Excessive noise is an issue, but many individuals also have trouble focusing when it is too quiet. The type of noise affects more than the overall quantity. While the overheard chat of 2 coworkers may distract, a coffee shop's energetic, anonymous hum may help. While less pronounced instrumentals may keep you focused on the activity, your favorite song may quickly have you singing along, delightfully diverted. Your vision might be harmed by either too bright or too faint lighting. Uncomfortable conditions result from a hot or cold environment. These factors can affect your ability to focus. Fortunately, they are all addressed. Conditions related to concentration. If you consistently have trouble focusing your thoughts, a cognitive, medical, psychological, behavioral, or environmental factor could be at play. You may have to temporarily accept that your focus is poor and learn a few tips to lessen the effect, depending on the cause, or accept the dips as they occur. Consult a professional if you need assistance with concentration and believe your issues go beyond those mentioned above. Cognitive. If you notice that you forget things easily, your attention may suffer. You occasionally experience memory loss, misplacement, and trouble recalling recent events. Another sign that your cognitive function may be affected is if you experience multitasking or an overactive mind due to worries or significant occurrences. Concentration is hindered when situations and thoughts nag your mind, demanding your attention. Psychological. It's hard to concentrate when you're down and out of sorts. Similarly, it may be challenging to focus on a single task while you are grieving the loss of a loved one during grief or when you are feeling anxious. Medical. Our ability to concentrate might be affected by medical conditions like diabetes, hormonal abnormalities, and low red blood cell counts. Additionally, some medications cause drowsiness or bleakness and seriously impair focus. Environmental. An unfavorable working environment, shared areas, and stressful or unpleasant workplace interactions may also cause a loss of attention. We will find it challenging to concentrate when we are emotionally exhausted from burnout or stress from work or personal life. The same is true for the effects of the environment on our bodies, some of which we are conscious of, such as heat, light, and noise, and others that we are less conscious of, such as tension, negativity, and monitoring. Lifestyle. Concentration can be impaired by exhaustion, hunger, and dehydration. Too many missed meals, fatty foods, or excessive alcohol consumption can all affect our memory and impair our ability to focus and pay attention. Benefits of cultivating a focused mindset. If you are focused, you will feel more optimistic and in charge of your life. Understanding your priorities will be the seed that will help you decide where you want to be in life. Being dedicated to achieving your goals is a skill. Focusing on the attainment-related components will clarify what you need to perform. Keep working at it, because to be more productive and realize your dreams, you must maintain your focus. Ultimately, you'll have better possibilities and be happier with your decisions and life. Your dedication and practice will decide the reward you receive. Nevertheless, these are a few of the advantages you will enjoy. You'll experience greater control. To pay attention to your strategy and manage the daily distractions that life places in your path, you must become more focused. Unexpected events will inevitably occur, but you will be more equipped and competent to handle them. It would be absurd to imply that nobody ever has insecurities and doubts, lets them feel them, and gains knowledge from them. Keep your plan in mind at all times and stick to it. However, remember that even if things don't go exactly as planned, you'll still figure out a method to fix them. It's up to you to prepare for every eventuality. You'll have more optimism. Be assured in your abilities and what you know you can do. Your aims will be supported by positivity and increasing your optimism. Your mental health will motivate your resolve, which will help you realize your goals. Tell yourself you can do it, and believe it. Your small victories will motivate the upcoming challenges, which will help you complete the more difficult jobs. Recognize your efforts. The foundation of your future successes will be laid by having a plan and matching focus to attain your goals. You'll gain a deeper understanding of who you are. Embrace your inner self. You will become stronger over time due to your development, progress, and pursuit of any goal. Think back on your path consciously. Even if things don't go as planned, seek the lessons and take what you can from them. Will you find a way through, or will you completely give up? A stronger self-confidence will arise from applying this knowledge. Your capacity to solve problems will increase. Think about the knowledge you have gained. You'll have the chance to use the skills and information when facing future problems because of your growing awareness and dedication to succeeding. Your ability to concentrate and be more focused will significantly enhance every aspect of your life. Greater decision-making. Regain your faith in yourself and others. This will help in making decisions in the future. If you adhere to the discussed concepts, you will continue to develop and create your character throughout your lifetime. More clarity. Reflection regularly will serve as a compass for tracking your progress. You will be aware of your goals and have made plans for the future. This increased clarity allows you to concentrate and stay focused on your goals. Be aware that life's inevitable changes may require your path to accomplishing your goals to change. The route to realization will still be doable as long as the core is strong and you have faith in yourself. Mastering self-discipline for optimal focus. Self-discipline prevents you from overindulging in chips after deciding to eat healthier cuisine, or it prevents you from spending your entire income on pointless clothing. Self-discipline allows you to remain committed to your goals. You can remain disciplined and in control of your reactions in every situation. Self-discipline is a muscle that becomes stronger the more you use it. Lack of self-discipline may cause low self-esteem. Everyone has a different definition of self-discipline. Some of us may find it easier than others to exercise restraint. Everyone, however, may learn to develop their self-discipline muscles. In this chapter, we shall discuss developing self-discipline. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline is consistently controlling your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Your ability to stick to your savings strategies, invest, and pay off debt will determine how well your finances are managed. You'll maintain motivation and have a higher chance of success once you understand how to perfect self-discipline behaviors. Thus, it is closely related to willpower, the capacity to control one's desires and behavior. Self-discipline is more about when you take persistent action in preparation to increase willpower, whereas willpower is how you stay focused on a task. Willpower and self-discipline go hand in hand. Benefits of self-discipline. There are many good reasons to develop discipline in your life. The advantages of developing self-control are numerous, as I've stated here. Reduces anxiety. You are less likely to experience anxiety when you have control over your behavior. You'll be able to do things quickly and efficiently. Therefore, it serves as a strong motivation for developing discipline. Increases your capacity to accomplish long-term goals. Learning to increase self-discipline enables you to accomplish your goals with fewer distractions and self-imposed failures. Additionally, it means reaching them earlier than if you had allowed yourself to become sidetracked. Increases your happiness. You feel better when you are moving toward accomplishing your goals because you are succeeding. Increasing self-discipline is a key factor in this. You get more resilient. Your capacity to withstand temptation grows as you learn how to develop discipline. As a result, you become more resilient as you deal with various situations. You won't be as tempted to give up on your goals or slow down your development. What causes a lack of self-discipline? Lack of motivation and a lack of goals or goals to work for lead to a lack of self-discipline. It might also be connected to your emotional and mental state, particularly your mentality. Your emotions, drive, and willpower may suffer if you focus mostly on the negative. All of those affect your self-discipline. How can I develop my discipline? Being deliberate is key to developing self-discipline. This entails changing your perspective to concentrate on the areas you wish to develop and taking deliberate action. Making it easy for oneself to achieve is also important. Identifying the areas you can automate might also be quite beneficial. Continue reading to learn more. You can break negative habits, achieve both long-term and short-term goals, and entirely transform your life by learning how to develop discipline. Consider it an investment in yourself. Here are 7 self-discipline suggestions to help you live the better life you deserve if you're willing to put forth the effort. 1. Start the countdown, then take action. Count to 10 starting when you're unmotivated, then push through whatever you're doing. A brief countdown can help put you in the proper frame of mind to become motivated. Sometimes all we need is a little prodding to move forward. This is how developing self-discipline starts. 2. Position your goals where you can view them daily. Writing down a goal makes it much more real and is crucial in developing discipline. Put it up somewhere you'll see it always and be motivated by it, such as your car, bedroom, or workstation. Write the goal in your planner. Put it on the calendar in your kitchen. You should be able to find it everywhere. You may even program calendar reminders to sound once a week on your phone. Be kind to yourself, though. Instead of scaring or embarrassing yourself into achieving your goals, be joyful, upbeat, and motivating. Adding self-discipline quotes from role models will help you stay motivated. Spend time reviewing your goals to ensure they align with your desires. 3. Recall your initial motivation. Of all the self-discipline tips offered here, this can help you persevere when facing difficulties. Keep your eventual goal in mind without losing sight of where you started. Always remind yourself why you established this goal and what you will have accomplished once you have completed it, especially when times are difficult. Imagine yourself in complete control of your life, achieving the exact goal you have set. Create phone reminders to tell yourself how far you've gone and how proud you are of yourself. Affirmations are a powerful tool for maintaining your why-driven perspective. 4. Prioritize small goals. Try not to set the bar too high when learning how to develop discipline. Setting and attaining a little goal will help you gain confidence before attempting a bigger one. For instance, if your long-term goal is to run 5 miles without stopping, make a quarter mile your starting benchmark. Try not to lose patience with the process and practice patience with yourself. You may find the drive to continue by first achieving those small goals. Starting small will help you develop self-discipline over time. 5. Work on setting priorities. Choose the tasks that need the most effort. Then plan your day to dominate them completely. Creating a study plan makes you less inclined to put off unpleasant tasks. Put tasks you may not enjoy at the top of your priority list, and you'll be glad when they're finished, rather than pushing them off for another time. 6. Recognize your weaknesses. Do something to actively counter your flaws if you want to learn to be more self-disciplined. Determine your potential areas of error and how you might avoid them. For instance, if you have a 5K to race this Saturday, but your friend is holding a barbecue on Friday night, it could be smart to forego it. Alternatively, if you know you need to get to work an hour early, but you tend to stay up late, consider buying some melatonin. You have the means to combat your inner demons. All you have to do is look for them. 7. Ask your friends to help you stay on track. If someone you look up to is observing, you are less inclined to cheat on your goals. Set a goal with your hero or just your best friend. You can encourage one another. And as you learn how to develop discipline, you can be there for each other when the going gets rough to give each other that extra push. 10 tips to boost your willpower. Okay, we know that we have a certain amount of willpower, and as we go about our daily lives, stress and self-discipline decrease our resources. Let's explore our choices for boosting our available pool of willpower. 1. Commend hard work. It can be discouraging if you don't lose weight because it takes a lot of discipline to refrain from eating chips or chocolate with lunch every day of the week. Remember to be proud of your effort because it has improved your willpower. 2. Have faith in yourself. Self-confidence is essential. You're less likely to give up if you have faith that you can complete a 5-mile run and can picture yourself winning a medal and standing on the podium. 3. Specify your goals. Determine your goals and your route to them. Otherwise, it will be like looking for hidden treasure without a map. Making a plan in advance can help you concentrate, and several applications are available to track your progress. 4. Establish a routine. If you're busy, create a schedule to make sure you fit in exercise and prepare nutritious meals and snacks in advance rather than ordering takeout. 5. Increase gradually. Going overboard weakens willpower and positions you for failure. The tortoise and the hare syndrome could be a better name for this. Change your diet gradually and incrementally, then ramp up your exercise routine. 6. Pick the appropriate time. If you're spending a lot of energy studying or moving houses, you might be setting yourself up for failure if you try to quit smoking simultaneously. Willpower is a finite resource. If you've recently moved houses, starting an exercise program or a healthy diet might be a good idea because it can be easier to change behaviors when you're out of your former pattern. 7. Take care of yourself. You will likely have 1 or 2 cigarettes before you successfully stop smoking. So try not to blame yourself excessively and, instead, be gentle to yourself. 8. Reward yourself. Because summer is so far away when you're dining in a restaurant in January, it might be challenging to spur yourself on with thoughts of how fantastic you'll look then. Small, non-calorie rewards can be more effective along the way. 9. Get support. A little encouragement from friends and family or joining a running group might mean the difference between failure and success. Even verbalizing your goals can help them become more evident. 10. Keep out of temptation. The greatest strategy is to avoid it if, like Oscar Wilde, you can fight anything except temptation. If you enjoy sticky buns, stay away from bakeries. If drinking alcohol makes you need cigarettes, avoid going to bars until you've broken the habit.
I hope you're enjoying my audiobook so far. It would be a pleasure if you could let me know how you're feeling about this audiobook in the comment section below. We would greatly appreciate it if you would also like the video and subscribe to United Audiobooks to have access to more best-selling audiobooks in the future. Also, please, if you are interested in getting more free audiobooks, please click the first link in the description below. Now, let us carry on with the next chapter.
Effective time management strategies for enhanced focus. The key components of efficient time management solutions are prioritizing the most crucial tasks and completing them quickly while keeping a high-quality standard. Hard to say? We've got you covered with tips on how to get there, so don't worry. Additionally, using these skills, you can complete tasks successfully, advance your career, and free up more time. Creating these skills is comparable to beginning a new exercise regimen. Staying motivated, forming new routines, and exercising previously untried muscles could be difficult when you first begin. But, much as with exercise, you'll be happy you persisted when you reflect on your development months later. More will be accomplished as you become more adept at focusing and managing your priorities. Everyone wants to leave work on schedule and feel rested for their personal lives. Although many people associate good time management with their professional life, the advantages extend further into our personal life. I assure you that your work will improve once you have more time for your loved ones, friends, and interests. What is time management? A time management system lets you schedule the time you'd like to devote to a particular task or tasks each day. Time management is all about making the most of each day and finishing it with the satisfaction of knowing you accomplished everything you could in 24 hours. It indicates that you used your time well and completed the tasks you had set out to do for yourself that day. You'll be more effective in accomplishing all your work and life-related tasks and responsibilities if you have solid time management skills. Prioritizing your job tasks according to their importance and urgency, and estimating the time required to finish each activity in advance is the main concept underlying effective time management. Most important time management strategies. A time management strategy is a comprehensive approach to enhancing your time management. You can devise your plan, experiment with various time management methods and add them, hone your specific skills, or try something entirely else. In the end, the decision is all yours. Here are a few of the most well-liked time management techniques that have consistently been shown to work. Create a to-do list. Many of us go through our days working and occasionally wonder if we forgot something. Okay, not any longer. A simple to-do list can ease that pressure. A to-do list should normally contain the tasks you must perform for work and any personal obligations. It's crucial to strike the right balance between your life and work duties. A to-do list is handy here because it makes it easier to observe how much time you spend on each task individually. Make sure to prioritize your tasks as you create your to-do list. Making a list of tasks you can complete fast is easy. But if you do that, you run the risk of not allotting enough time for the day's most crucial tasks. You should write down your daily tasks and frequently update and review your list if you want to use a to-do list as a time management tool successfully. This will help you set priorities and adjust them if anything unforeseen occurs, such as a client who requests a project report earlier than usual. Start with the most challenging task. This time management technique is based on the notion that if you do the most challenging activity first, everything else will seem easy in comparison. It's like jumping into the pool's deep end without first working up to it. The drawback is that this approach might not be effective for everyone, as some people prefer to begin their days with easier tasks to warm up. Even though it may not be for everyone, beginning your workday with high-value tasks has been an efficient time management technique. You only need to try it to see if starting your day with the most difficult tasks will help you better manage your time. Get rid of all distractions. Working while distracted can harm your productivity and capacity to complete your daily activities properly. Therefore, it should go without saying that trying to eliminate all distractions is one of the most crucial time management techniques. To accomplish that effectively, you need to recognize the distractions that interfere with your work and take steps to eliminate or at least lessen their negative effects on productivity. Turn off your phone, for instance, if it is continuously beeping because a new post has been made on any social media platform you use. Try turning off the notifications or delaying checking emails or Slack messages until you have finished your task, if doing so prevents you from finishing your tasks. You can experiment with website and app blockers. These applications prevent you from being distracted while working by blocking some websites or other applications. You decide which ones to block. Maintain a healthier way of life. Taking care of your health is crucial to an effective time management plan. Don't misunderstand us. We're not trying to advise you on how to live your life in any way. It aims to inform you of the significance of controlling and raising your energy levels to improve focus and productivity. According to studies, those who consistently engage in physical activity and consume nutritious diets experience higher energy levels than those who do not. Additionally, having extra energy will allow you to use it more efficiently and stress-free to complete your tasks, projects, and hobbies. Identify and set your priorities. Another fantastic method for managing your time is identifying and ranking your priorities in order of priority. Your everyday productivity can be greatly increased by clearly separating what is vital from what is not. You'll clearly understand what needs to be done and in what order by categorizing your tasks according to their priority. You might even be surprised to learn that some tasks don't need to be finished. That is the influence of prioritization. Examine software. Turn to the machine if everything else fails. The software tries to address practically every problem, regardless of whether it has anything to do with time management. Additionally, some address the issue of effectively managing time, activities, projects, or other factors. Managing distractions and creating an ideal work environment. It's easy to become sidetracked at some point throughout the day, whether working at an office, from home, or in a grocery store. It can be hard to stay focused when working, but you can develop routines that block distractions. Eliminating distractions at work encourages greater productivity for you and other workers and enables you to complete your work more quickly. This section covers strategies for reducing workplace distractions. Make a plan before starting. Consider creating a plan of action before you start your day's work. Before the day is up, list the goals you want to achieve and cross them off as you go. You may allocate a specific amount of time to each task by knowing what you must complete before starting. Place deadlines on your goals. After creating a list of goals you want to accomplish by the end of the day, you can allot a particular amount of time for each item based on how long you anticipate it will take to finish each work. While some tasks, like responding to emails relating to your job, can be finished quickly, others will take far more of your time and effort. The degree of difficulty of each assignment may be directly related to the length of time you give yourself to do it. Finish the most difficult jobs first thing in the morning. Consider starting your workday with the things that require the most effort when making your daily goal list. Before a full day of work, our minds are often alert and clear in the morning. The more difficult task can be finished now, freeing up time for you to finish the smaller ones later in the day, when it could be harder to maintain concentration for extended periods. Establish more compact goals. You can handle work more efficiently by setting small goals for yourself throughout the day. Consider breaking up a larger goal into smaller targets if you think it will take you more than a half day to fulfill it. You can accomplish the bigger goal by setting smaller goals and developing a step-by-step method. As opposed to trying to complete the task all at once, doing this enables you to focus for shorter amounts of time, allowing your mind to take more frequent breaks. Reduce the amount of time you have to work. Deciding when you will begin to work and when you expect to finish for the day before each workday may be helpful. To stay focused while working and complete the task by the deadline you've set for yourself, it helps to know exactly when you intend to end your day. Additionally, it prevents you from working too much and leaves you with more time for leisure activities. Avoid being distracted. Technology is a significant source of interruptions for those trying to finish their task. Consider turning off the incoming notifications on your smartwatch, other devices, and cell phone. Keep any streaming video services for after your work is done, or after you decide to take a break. By removing technology distractions, you can maintain your concentration on your work for longer and finish it earlier. Make yourself comfortable. Distractions may be less frequent when you are relaxed and comfortable while working. The degree of comfort you can get may vary depending on where you work. If you work remotely, you can adjust the temperature to your liking and put on clothes that will make you feel at ease all day. You can bring in objects that make you feel at ease if you work in an office, like an oil diffuser or a lamp with adequate lighting. Sleep. To function well during the day, it is imperative to get enough sleep. Your brain will perform at its peak in the morning if you give it enough time to rest and recharge at night. You can focus on your task more if you do this. Engage in meditation. Meditation helps the mind let go of distracting thoughts so that you can concentrate on one thing at a time. Consider taking a brief break from your task to pay attention to your breathing. Sit quietly and be calm, even breathing in and out, counting to a number of your choice. When counting, try to disregard any thoughts that may come to mind. The first few times may be difficult, but if you can control your thoughts and focus solely on your breathing and counting, you could find that when you're finished, your mind feels clearer and you can concentrate when you return to work. Make use of visual cues. Sometimes all you need to get your mind back on task is a visual reminder. Merely placing a sticky note with the word focus someplace in your workspace can help with this. Whatever image you decide on, Make sure it's prominently displayed so you can refer to it often as a prompt to keep on target while you're working. Have a rest. During the workday, many individuals often forget to take brief breaks. They enable you to reduce distractions and enhance the general quality of your job productivity. Think about taking a brief break every hour to give your mind a break from working on your tasks. You can stretch, eat a snack, walk, read a few pages of a book, or listen to music. Setting a timer can help you keep track of your break so that when it goes off, you've finished what you were doing and are ready to return to work. Reward yourself. Delaying gratification can occasionally encourage people to work more quickly. This can be accomplished by selecting a treat to enjoy after achieving your day's main goal. Consider a method that will encourage you to finish your task to take advantage of your reward, whether allowing yourself a 30-minute break to watch TV, placing an order for your favorite lunch, or enabling yourself to use your phone. Set up your work area. To keep things clean and organized for the next day, try clearing your workspace each day by taking out any extra pens, garbage, or anything that can distract you. You might also want to keep some water bottles and a snack nearby to quickly reach for them if you get thirsty or hungry without pausing your work. Disable push notifications. You can receive many email notifications during the day if you work in an office setting. You may wish to disable all of your computer's notifications to prevent you from getting tempted to take work breaks to check your emails. You can check them while taking a break from work or include time in your daily goals for checking and responding to all emails. Recognize when your mind wanders. It's easy for our thoughts to stray from whatever task we concentrate on at work. Being more conscious of when you're deviating from the task you're working on could ultimately save you time by enabling you to regain your focus on what you're currently doing. You can stop thinking about the kinds of thoughts that keep you from working by being aware of them. For instance, you'll be conscious that those thoughts are a main distraction for you and can recenter your focus on what you are currently working on if you notice that you're frequently thinking about what your dog is doing at home while you're away. Developing a growth mindset for improved focus. When you have a growth mindset, you can see beyond your current industry and professional status and realize that you have the power to change it. What you previously believed to be a predetermined potential can be changed via learning and skill development. Adopting this viewpoint gives you many possibilities, raising your personal and professional productivity. In this chapter, we define a growth mindset, compare it with a fixed mindset, and discuss how to use your growth mindset in the workplace. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is a mode of thinking that emphasizes improvement and growth over the idea that your unique skills, traits, and personality are set in stone. When you accept a growth mindset, you can work on enhancing your current skills while simultaneously acquiring new ones. This can enable you to succeed while pursuing your MBA and a job, helping you to reach your academic and professional goals. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. A growth mindset entails continually changing and improving as you develop your skills. This starkly contrasts with a fixed mindset, in which you can believe you cannot acquire any new skills. If you have a fixed mindset, you might also think that you can only make minor adjustments to your skills rather than major ones. You may not be able to succeed in school or at a job if you have a fixed mindset. You'll be better positioned to concentrate on achieving your goals if you adopt a growth mentality. Growth mindset myths. Ensure you understand what a growth mindset entails before adopting or cultivating one. A few growth mindset myths may give you the wrong impression and make it more difficult to adopt this mindset. For instance, it's a common misconception that you must always be optimistic if you want to have a growth mentality. Maintaining a cheerful attitude or an optimistic view might occasionally be beneficial. Being optimistic at all times is impractical and might lead you to live in denial rather than accepting your limitations and putting up the effort to overcome hurdles. The idea that having a growth mindset makes it easy to accomplish your goals is another growth mindset fallacy. Although having a growth mindset is a strong tool, you may still need to put in more effort to attain your goals. Having a growth mentality might help you stay inspired as you go. Overcoming limiting beliefs and embracing a growth mindset. A limiting belief is a thinking or emotional state that prevents you from acting in a certain way because you believe it to be the absolute truth. Additionally, these convictions don't always have to pertain to you. They might deal with concepts, interpersonal dynamics, and the world's workings. Negative thinking can lower team morale and creativity regarding limiting beliefs at work. Imagine you are developing a new method but lack the self-confidence to suggest a more effective fix. There is no doubt that the result won't be innovative. Addressing your team members' limiting beliefs can help them be more creative and engaged if you are a team leader. The inability to think creatively and outside the box can be caused by holding on to these negative beliefs. Nothing stifles team success like reusing previous concepts. Real growth occurs during these risk-taking situations. Thus, each team member must have enough self-confidence to push outside their comfort zones. Promoting positive thinking at work is crucial to enable your staff to perform and be at their best. While being aware of your self-limiting thoughts can help you change them immediately, overcoming them requires time and effort. A few suggestions can help when looking at how to overcome these anxieties at work and teach your team to do the same. Each method can help you overcome limiting beliefs at work, whether you employ one or a mix of the four. Determine and write down your beliefs. Knowing your limiting beliefs is the first step towards overcoming them. These beliefs often appear to you as thoughts rather than words you speak aloud. Writing these thoughts on paper can help you distinguish between truth and fiction and enable you to recognize how false they are. Journaling your thoughts can lessen any tension brought on by the belief. You might also consider whether this thought is pertinent to the upcoming 10 minutes of work. If not, put the sheet of paper with your negative thoughts away and close your journal. Even if this exercise is done alone, you can encourage your team to undertake it every morning. If team members feel comfortable doing so, you can also organize a weekly meeting where they can discuss their limiting beliefs with their coworkers. Team members have a chance to build more trust as a result. To lead by example, ensure the event is fully voluntary and intend to partake in it yourself. Analyze the precision. If simply outlining your thoughts isn't enough, it can be useful to consider if your opinions are based on fact or fiction. You can see your limiting beliefs for what they truly are by digging deeper into them. Take a moment to pause and consider the notion the next time a bad belief pops up. Consider whether it is self-limiting and whether there is any verifiable proof to support your claim. Determine whether the thought results from past experiences or dread of the unknown. If you strive for perfection, it can hinder your productivity and make you want to give up when things aren't going according to plan. Utilizing the feedback of your team members is one approach to combat this. Ask if you're unsure whether your limiting notion is true. By receiving an impartial viewpoint from someone who doesn't share your perspective, you can more easily distinguish between the truth and the stories you tell yourself. Use uplifting statements. One of the most powerful techniques is using positive affirmations to overcome limiting thoughts. You can boost your self-confidence by repeating positive statements to yourself. Use positive affirmations to change negative self-beliefs into positive ones. For instance, if you tell yourself you are not qualified for a promotion, change your perspective by reminding yourself that you work hard and deserve success. By turning any negative thoughts into positive ones, you can defeat them. Saying things aloud to yourself or others might help strengthen the thought, even though numerous ways exist. This method can be applied when negative emotions arise or included in your routine to stop self-limiting thoughts before they start. Reframing one's negative beliefs about oneself includes changing your thinking from, "I'm not good enough to manage this project," to, "I have the skills necessary to succeed at everything I do." Change the phrase, "I don't have enough time to invest in myself," to, "I can reorganize my time to focus on what's most important to me." By changing how you frame difficulties, your mind can be trained to see the benefits rather than the drawbacks in everyday situations. Last but not least, resist limiting beliefs at all cost. Keep in mind that you are not alone. Everyone has limiting beliefs, including business people and individuals you look up to. The key is to keep going despite the limiting thought and not allow it to stop you. One of the most crucial traits of a leader is perseverance, whether it be in dealing with oneself or others. Though it may be easy to feel depressed amid a negative cycle, set limiting beliefs aside. Sometimes, all you need to start moving more optimistically is a breath of fresh air. Mind hacks to boost concentration and mental clarity. What would you do if you were born colorblind, yet feel compelled to experience the full spectrum of colors? You implant an antenna into your head. In reality, there is a constant need for biohacking advice. Vagus nerve fibers, which go from the brain to the abdomen and are said by influencers to be the secret to lowering anxiety, controlling the nervous system, and promoting relaxation in the body, have recently caused a #VagusNerve video explosion on TikTok. Some of the more well-known ones show people sleeping on their backs with ice packs strapped to their chests or sticking their mouths into ice water baths. Deep breathing exercises, eye exercises, and massages of the neck and ears also take center stage. Don't worry if you don't want to improve your body through surgery or cold temperatures. Biohacking need not always entail drastic actions. To improve concentration and focus, there are a variety of little hacks and techniques that you can use on your brain. Practicing mindfulness and meditation for enhanced focus. We have quite demanding schedules and often must focus on several things simultaneously. Meditation is a remedy for this disorganization because it teaches the mind to focus entirely on one subject at a time. As a result, our capacity for concentration improves. We can better focus now and stay focused over time due to our meditation practice. According to research, the brain functions of regular meditators improve. People who meditate regularly are less susceptible to interruptions and wandering thoughts than those who don't. If you want to improve your focus, you can pick a meditation technique that appeals to you from the numerous options. Mindfulness. One of the most successful and well-known meditation methods among the numerous that are readily available is the practice of mindfulness. Can you name any task that can be completed flawlessly without your full attention? High degrees of focus are needed for various tasks, including driving, participating in sports or music, reading, and paying attention at work or school. Additionally, focusing on and finishing a single activity rather than trying to juggle numerous at once would likely provide you with more happiness. You can learn to let go of all other thoughts and distractions as you practice keeping your mind fully present and focused on one thing, such as bodily sensations or breathing. Learning that you don't have to pay attention to every little thought that crosses your mind gives you much freedom. Your capacity for concentration naturally improves when you can be mindful at will. Zen Buddhism. In a study, an Italian neuroscientist, Giuseppe Pagnoni, compared the brain activity of 12 long-term Zen meditation practitioners to 12 non-meditators with similar profiles. Pagnoni discovered that the meditators' minds were more steady and more able to focus than the other group. This is not surprising given the strict techniques at the heart of Zen meditation practice. Counting the breath cycles. According to a recent study, deep breathing benefits our bodies by enabling us to manage stress more effectively. Many cutting-edge businesses have meditation spaces, encouraging staff members to take a break, unwind, and concentrate on breathing. Counting the breaths is one meditation technique that is very beneficial for people who struggle with concentration. This type of meditation goes beyond mindfulness by providing the meditator with busy work to complete, such as counting each inhalation and exhalation. Breathe in, breathe out, 1. Breathe in and out, 2. Breathe in, breathe out, 3, and so on. Being present throughout this procedure is a powerful concentration exercise. Many individuals find their minds wandering before they can count to 3. But with time and persistence, youngsters may sharpen their focus and continue counting. The possibilities are endless. What about mindfulness and focus? According to studies on sustained attention, guided meditation practitioners are better than non-meditators at concentrating on a single activity. They perform particularly well when given entirely unexpected tasks, which suggests that regular meditation increases alertness and readiness. Selective attention. The ability to select the most pertinent stimuli for focus is another advantage meditation offers. Consistent practice leads to the ability to reduce the amount of attention paid to irrelevant sensory input, which improves performance on activities requiring selective attention. Executive control attention. This kind of attention inhibits the brain's propensity to actively analyze distracting information, such as thoughts about current or previous events. Frequent mindfulness practitioners have been reported to perform exceptionally well in executive control attention compared to non-meditators. Guided meditation for concentration. Guided meditation for focus might be a useful option for you if you find meditation difficult. Here, a meditation instructor's voice will lead you through your practice. The session can occur at your house or a gathering of people. Although it may seem easier to use guided meditation than to do it alone, keeping an open mind is crucial because the mere comfort of being led and instructed can enable the mind to wander or even make you sleep off. As a meditator, you must recognize this and return to the exercise. Most any time is a good time to practice concentration meditation. You can learn to be present and watch your thoughts as they come and go. Think about going about your daily business carefully. For instance, when you eat, try to feel the flavor and texture of your food as you chew, and take note of the many sensations in your body. There is a ton of activity going on there. The entire mouth is involved. The salivary glands are engaged. Numerous muscles are used for chewing and swallowing, etc. Never take any other action. No reading the news, making a grocery list, checking email, or listening to the radio. Simply eat and be aware that you are doing so. You can improve your concentration by concentrating solely on the task while eating or doing other activities. Utilizing visualization techniques to sharpen mental clarity. Visualization is a great tool that enables people to picture their desired outcomes in their minds. We can strengthen our capacity to realize our ambitions and objectives by utilizing the power of imagination. This section examines several visualization methods and offers examples from actual situations to show how visualization may be successful. Including visualization in your daily routine can greatly impact your ability to make your ambitions come true, whether you're working toward personal development, professional success, or better health. Make a strong mental image. Create a clear mental picture of the outcome you want to achieve to utilize visualization's power fully. Visualize every aspect, including the noises, sights, and feelings accompanying achieving it. Your visualization's effect on your subconscious mind will be more powerful the more specific and realistic it is. Example from real life. Sarah, an aspiring athlete, pictured herself winning the race and crossing the finish line first. She visualized the audience clapping, the feeling of her muscles tensing up, and her sense of triumph. She employed this visualization strategy to keep motivated and concentrated during her training sessions, which ultimately helped her win the marathon. Practice visualization meditation. Spending full time visualizing your goals is part of visualization meditation. Find a calm and comfortable place. Close your eyes and focus on picturing yourself obtaining the desired result. Embrace the experience with all of your senses engaged. Example from real life. John, a businessman, employed visualization meditation to see his firm's success. He would invest time daily to envision his business growing, seeing contented clients, and experiencing a sense of fulfillment. This routine helped him maintain motivation, make wise choices, and turn his idea into a lucrative business. Create a vision board. Your goals and desires are represented visually on a vision board. Make a collage that graphically depicts your vision by gathering pictures, sayings, and symbols that reflect your goals. Put the vision board in a visible spot where you can view it daily. Example from real life. Emma, a writer, made a vision board with pictures of best-selling books, popular authors, and literary triumphs. It was hanging in her writing area, and every time she saw it, it inspired her and the drive she needed to keep working toward her writing goals. She eventually fulfilled her goal of becoming a published author. Engage in positive self-talk. Positive self-talk is a strategy that works with visualization by reinforcing constructive thoughts and affirmations about your goals. Use uplifting and empowering remarks to increase your confidence and solidify your trust in your capability to bring about the outcomes you seek. Example from real life. Alex, a student preparing for a difficult exam, used encouraging self-talk. By mixing positive self-talk with visualization, he could lessen nervousness and perform remarkably well in his tests. He would repeat phrases like, "I am prepared and confident," "I will excel in this exam," and "I have the knowledge and skills needed to succeed." Visualize overcoming obstacles. It's crucial to picture yourself succeeding and getting through setbacks and difficulties. Imagine yourself navigating challenges with confidence and coming up with answers. This routine helps you mentally prepare for failures and motivates you when things get difficult. Real-world illustration. Project manager Emily pictured herself effectively guiding her team through a difficult project. She pictured herself resolving disputes amicably, creating creative fixes, and finishing the project with excellent outcomes. She used this visualization approach to be optimistic and push through challenges. Be inspired to act. Although it is a powerful tool, visualization must be combined with action. Apply the knowledge and inspiration you get from your visions to take creative action toward your goals. When you use visualization to find opportunities and take the necessary actions to actualize your goals, it acts as a catalyst for action. Real-world illustration. Michael, a budding musician, saw himself playing in front of a sizable crowd on stage. This goal motivated him to take action, which he did by routinely practicing, connecting with business leaders, and embracing performance opportunities. His images drove his tenacity and helped him achieve important musical accomplishments. Your ability to attain your goals and realize your aspirations can change when you learn to harness the power of visualization. You can synchronize your subconscious mind with your desires by conjuring up vivid mental pictures, indulging in visualization meditation, using vision boards, employing positive self-talk, envisioning overcoming obstacles, and taking inspired action. The real-world examples presented in this section show how powerful visualization is in various spheres of life. Accept the power of visualization and watch your dreams and ambitions materialize. To manifest your dreams, remember that the most important things are to trust in yourself and continuously use visualization techniques. Overcoming procrastination and building productive habits. You're after your workday and looking at your earlier made to-do list. The last project on your list is one you've been putting off. You still haven't finished it. It's already past midnight. You promise yourself that you'll work on the problem tomorrow. You grow more and more angry with yourself for procrastinating. If you identify with this, you are not alone. Almost everyone delays doing something occasionally. Many people don't feel the problem affects their quality of life. However, if you frequently put off doing something and then regret it, you may be in a vicious loop. It's easy to be hard on yourself when you put off tasks at home or work. But is self-criticism warranted? Or can your procrastination be a sign of something more serious? It's critical to realize that you are not to blame for procrastination. We engage in this behavior for various reasons, and there are ways we can address it. Identifying the root causes of procrastination. Stress and anxiety are the same things that procrastination causes. Tasks overwhelm us at the time, so we avoid them. Momentarily, this feels fantastic because we get to do what we want and don't have to take care of any obligations. Here are a few more justifications for putting things off. Confidence issues. Imposter syndrome, or the belief that you lack the necessary skills for your position or are less valued than your colleagues, can make you avoid jobs that you know you are capable of doing. Imposter syndrome and other confidence problems, like self-criticism, are exacerbated by low self-esteem. Check to see if you have unattainable goals for yourself, or just need reassurance from a close friend. Perfectionism. While striving for perfection might boost productivity, it can also completely derail a project. Sometimes it's preferable to turn in good work early rather than great work late. Fear of failure. You could refrain from performing some tasks out of concern for your ability to succeed. Perfectionism or self-confidence problems may be the cause of this. Fear of failure can also result from a bad work environment. Think about whether your place of employment encourages constructive criticism and a healthy work-life balance, or if you have to cope with toxic productivity and unhelpful criticism. Lack of motivation. You are less likely to finish a project if you lack inspiration. Low motivation results from various causes, including burnout or a dull routine work environment. Re-examine your goals to identify effective motivators and, if necessary, make lifestyle adjustments. Mental health disorders. Procrastination and psychological well-being are inextricably tied to conditions of the mind. ADHD, anxiety, and depression patients are more likely to shy away from demanding tasks. If you believe that a more serious medical condition brings on your procrastination, you might want to talk to a mental health expert. Strategies to overcome procrastination and boost motivation. A deadline is approaching for you. However, you occupy your time with unrelated activities instead of working, such as reading emails, using social media, watching movies, browsing blogs, and participating in forums. You should be working, but you're not in the mood despite knowing it. The phenomenon of procrastination is well known to us all. We waste our spare time when we put off accomplishing crucial tasks that need to be done now until it is too late. And when it is too late, we freak out and regret not starting sooner. My acquaintances who consistently put things off have been caught in this cycle for years. Delaying, postponing, slacking, avoiding work, only facing work when unavoidable, and then continuing this cycle. It's a destructive habit that saps our energy and keeps us from achieving more. Avoid letting procrastination rule your life. Here, I'll outline my strategies to avoid putting things off. Organize your work into manageable steps. We postpone because we unconsciously feel the task is too difficult to handle. Divide it into manageable pieces, then concentrate on each component separately. After breaking the task down, if you find that you are still putting it off, break it down further. Your task will become so easy in time that you'll say, "Gee, I might as well just do this now." For instance, I'm currently working on a new book about how to succeed in life. Writing a book is a huge undertaking that can be overwhelming when taken seriously. However, when I divide it into stages like research, selecting a theme, drafting the content, writing chapters 1 through 10, revision, etc., it suddenly appears to be fairly manageable. Then, instead of concentrating on the subsequent phases, I concentrate on the current one and complete it to the best of my ability. I move on to the next one after it is finished. To deal with at least 2 of the 3 elements contributing to procrastination, risk aversion and rewards lists are highly helpful if you can't stop doing it. Change your environment. Our productivity is impacted differently by various situations. Take a look around your workstation and room. Do they encourage you to pursue your goals or make you want to cuddle up and rest? If the latter, you ought to think about switching up your workstation. One thing to remember is that a setting that once inspired us may eventually lose its power. It's time to rearrange things if that's the case. For instance, if continual movement and noise prevent you from working in public spaces, look for a quiet area to sit down and concentrate. Try to eliminate any sources of distraction from your workspace, both physical and digital, to stay on task and avoid procrastinating. You could take your iPhone, set it to Do Not Disturb, and then stow it somewhere in a drawer where you'd have to check it. Also, turn off the alarms and notifications on all of your devices. In essence, unplug before you plug in and pay attention. Make a comprehensive schedule with deadlines. One deadline for all of your tasks is a procrastination invitation. That happens because we think we have time and keep delaying things until it is too late. Your project should be broken down, see tip 1, after which you should make a broad schedule with deadlines for each minor activity. In this manner, you know that each task has a due date. Your deadlines must be realistic. For example, if you don't do this by today, everything you have planned for tomorrow could be in jeopardy. This makes it urgent to take action. My goals are divided into monthly, weekly, and even daily task lists. Each list is a call to action that I must follow by the deadline to keep moving toward my goals. Get rid of your procrastination roadblocks. If you find yourself delaying things a lot, it can be because you make it easy to put things off. Select the browser bookmarks that consume the most of your time and move them to a less accessible, different folder. In your email client, disable the automatic notification setting. Get rid of any outside distractions. Some people will deactivate or delete their Facebook accounts to clear the way. Although I believe it's a bit harsh and drastic, go for it if you feel that's what's required. Addressing procrastination is more about becoming aware of our activities than reversing them with self-binding techniques. Limit the number of choices you must make. Every choice we make has an energy ramification. If you ask yourself, what do I need to do today? When you wake up in the morning, well, you're about to put off something today. You'll waste a lot of time worrying about what to do and what not to do if you start each new day without having thought through the outcome you want it to have. Should I work out today or wait until tomorrow? Should I accept Barry Boombatz's invitation to lunch with accounting, or should I have a quick lunch alone to return to the office and complete this presentation? Which should I wear, this or that? Should I eat this or that? When should you respond? All day long, we ask ourselves questions similar to this. We are forced to reply to questions with responses, which force us to reach decisions. You become exhausted and lose all self-control, which causes you to put off doing the things most important to you. Making decisions in advance and developing routines in specific areas of your life can help you be more effective and prevent you from using up energy considering whether to do something. This will help you reduce the number of daily decisions you must make. These are merely a few simple instances, but the little things usually count. What concrete ways can you come up with to make fewer decisions in your life? Doing this frees up the focus you need to do the important tasks without putting them off by working on the less important ones. Complete your day before it begins. This advice continues where tip 1 ends. Planning your days ahead of time is the best decision you can make to avoid procrastinating. It would be wiser to take a few minutes at the end of each day to quickly plan the following day rather than scrambling to figure out what you'll do on any given day. For instance, each night before I go to sleep, I jot down or review my goals for the following day, which include my one big thing, or OBT, for the day to complete. This might be a significant undertaking, a goal, or a project I need to move on with. My no matter what's, or NMWs, are my daily routines that cannot be changed. Working out, going for a daily nature walk and meditation, reading for at least 30 minutes, doing work connected to mastery, and spending time with the people I love. Complete any remaining tasks the next day. In this way, I can give my most critical goals and projects plenty of time to be completed and avoid procrastinating. Restate your goals. If you have been putting things off for a while, there may be a disconnect between what you want and what you are doing right now. As we learn more about ourselves, we often outgrow our goals, but don't adjust them to reflect this. Get away from your job. A quick trip is preferable, but a weekend getaway or staycation could also work. And take some time to rest and recover. What precisely do you hope to accomplish? How are you supposed to get there? What actions should you take? Does your current work fit that description? What can you do if it doesn't? Stop making things too complicated. Are you awaiting the ideal moment to carry this out? Perhaps X, Y, and Z make this the worst possible time to act. That thought should be abandoned because the ideal moment never comes. You'll never get anything done if you keep waiting for one. One of the main causes of procrastination is perfectionism. Reward yourself. Some claim that rewards don't provide effective motivation. Never trust them. They're most likely criminals. Okay, maybe not, but they're only correct regarding external benefits, sometimes known as bribes. In reality, giving staff rewards doesn't always motivate them more. However, rewarding yourself is just common sense, so do it. You need that bing moment because you're just a big hairless ape with a laptop and a penchant for fine coffee. If you simply can't stop putting things off, use this workaround. Researchers put monkeys in a cage with a button that, when pressed, released a piece of food from the cage. When the monkey pushed the button, it exclaimed, "Yum!" So he gave it another push, again and again. Of course, monkeys are simply little hairy people without laptops or coffee, so they pick things up rather quickly. Then the researchers inserted a catch. The monkey would receive an electric shock every third time he pushed the button. The monkey exclaimed, "Ouch!" before eating his treat. The next time he said, "Ouch, ouch!" before eating his treat. The story's moral is that we put up with a lot of nonsense as long as we get our reward. Your task is to select a treatment that is satisfying enough to press the button, even if you know it will hurt a lot. Take some time off. If you struggle to overcome procrastination, try not to be too hard on yourself. Keep in mind that humans enjoy stewing in their unfinished mess of work from time to time. Just put in a lot of effort to escape. In reality, taking a break increases productivity. Take a break when you're worn out or lacking in motivation. You won't try to procrastinate as hard in the future if you are not so hard on yourself about when a task is due. simply reschedule and resume your plan later or tomorrow. Moreover, we are connected to the digital world. We have music or sound playing all the time. It can be debilitating and stressful, making us lose interest in our jobs and daily activities. Even a 5-minute break can prevent weariness and keep your thinking alert. I advise you to utilize the Pomodoro timer. It is an excellent tool to use in scheduling breaks. Start the timer for 25 minutes, then do what it says. Spend time with those who motivate you to act. Spending only 10 minutes conversing with Steve Jobs or Bill Gates will encourage you to take action more than if you choose to do nothing. Our actions are influenced by the individuals we are with. Of course, spending time with Bill Gates or Steve Jobs every day is probably not a realistic approach, but the idea still holds. Everyone has hidden power around you. Find friends or coworkers who make you feel triggered. They are probably hard workers and go-getters, and spend more time with them. You'll soon instill their enthusiasm and desire as well. I hang out with motivational personal development professionals by reading their blogs and communicating with them frequently via email and social media as a personal development writer. It's new media communication, and it works the same. Find a motivational partner. The entire process is considerably more enjoyable when you have a friend around. Your friend should ideally have a different set of objectives. You'll keep each other responsible for sticking to your plans and goals. Although you do not require both to share the same goals, it will be even better if you do, so that you can benefit from one another. I regularly speak with a wonderful friend, discussing our goals and steps. It motivates us to keep acting. Communicate your goals to others. This accomplishes the same thing as number 6, but on a bigger scale. Inform your family members, friends, and acquaintances about your projects. They will inevitably ask you about your progress on those initiatives anytime you encounter them. For instance, occasionally, I provide updates about my initiatives on Twitter and Facebook, and readers often ask me about them. Holding myself responsible for sticking to my plans is a terrific approach. Find a person who has already attained the result. What do you hope to achieve here? And who are the people who have already succeeded in this? Find them and make contact with them. One of the biggest motivators to take action is witnessing firsthand how easily your goals may be attained if you take action. Creating an environment conducive to productive habits. A workplace environment includes people, the physical setting, the culture of the company, and working circumstances, all of which can influence an employee's daily job satisfaction and productivity. Therefore, fostering a positive workplace culture is crucial for increasing employee motivation, productivity, job satisfaction, and general well-being. Ultimately, these responses may produce superior outcomes for the organization's profitability and scalability. Several suggestions for fostering a positive work atmosphere are covered in this section. What is a conducive work environment? It is a setting that promotes worker productivity, physical comfort, open and honest communication, appreciation of individual contributions, and healthy relationships among coworkers are all components of a comfortable workplace. Employees feel at ease, inspired, and engaged since they have the necessary tools, cooperation, and support to achieve. Furthermore, there is a clear culture of inclusion, equity, and diversity among coworkers. Why is it important to have a conducive workplace? By encouraging a sense of community and connection among employees, a happy work environment can boost collaboration, teamwork, and the quality of the products produced by joint ventures, thus increasing customer satisfaction. This may benefit workers' morale at work, satisfaction with their jobs, productivity, well-being, and ultimately the success of the business as a whole. Is optimum performance dependent on a favorable work environment? Yes. Employees often function at their best when their office space and working environment are accommodating enough. When a company supports a positive culture of diversity, equality, and inclusion to foster collaboration, respect, and teamwork, they also tend to have a more excellent working morale and engagement level. You can count on your employees to give their best work and stay with the company when they feel recognized, cared for, and valued. What typical problems can prevent the creation of a favorable work environment? A company with contradictory policies, weak leadership, poor communication, and inadequate transparency may have a less favorable work environment. Lack of diversity in the workplace culture can also result in discrimination and harassment, as well as a hostile work environment where employees don't feel valued or safe. Inadequate tools and resources for the job, few possibilities for professional advancement, and a physical workspace that isn't well designed and maintained can also impact employee productivity and well-being. Employee resistance to change and a lack of safety, information, value, or inclusion in decision-making can result in disengagement, low productivity, and low profitability for the company. How can I encourage a positive work atmosphere while recognizing and rewarding individual contributions? Employee motivation and engagement must be maintained in the workplace by recognizing and rewarding individual contributions. Giving consistent, accurate, and timely feedback on a person's performance and contributions is one method to do this. Another strategy is to reward great work through incentives, bonuses, or other rewards. 10 tips on how to make a conducive workplace. Increased job satisfaction, less stress, and greater staff morale can all result from an ideal workplace setting. Here are some suggestions for establishing a positive work environment. 1. Encourage a culture of inclusion, equity, and diversity. Starting with leadership that exemplifies inclusive behavior, offering training and tools, putting policies and practices into place, and actively responding to employee input that encourages diversity and prevents discrimination are all important steps in fostering a positive workplace culture. A workplace culture that promotes equity, diversity, and inclusion can undoubtedly impact how employees treat one another daily, the behaviors we reward, who we promote, and the areas in which we invest. Additionally, it promotes expansion, worker retention, and long-term financial stability. 2. Support open communication. A productive workplace is built on open communication between management and workers. Regular team meetings, an open-door policy, and chances for employees to provide feedback all contribute to developing trust and a sense of teamwork among workers. 3. Encourage work-life balance. A good workplace can only be achieved by striking a healthy work-life balance. Offer flexible working hours, allow for telecommuting, and encourage employees to take regular daily breaks to help them maintain a healthy work-life balance. Employees are more likely to be inspired and engaged if they believe their work-life balance is respected. 4. Fair compensation. Another strategy for fostering a positive work environment is providing appropriate incentives and remuneration. Every employee aspires to work in a setting where they are valued for their contribution to the company. Employee motivation and engagement will rise when fair compensation is provided, such as raises, bonuses, promotions, and other types of recognition. 5. Give chances for development and growth. Training and career growth are two things that many individuals are often seeking when applying to firms. Employees should be able to take on demanding responsibilities and projects to grow professionally. Regular chances for training and professional development, such as workshops, seminars, and career mentorship programs, can also foster growth and development. 6. Create a relaxing workspace. Designing and maintaining a physical space that is welcoming, practical, and aesthetically appealing for employees is part of creating an ambient workplace. The absence of distractions and the encouragement of intense concentration foster optimal working conditions. Ergonomic office furniture, proper lighting, the control of outside noise, and natural components like plants are some elements that contribute to a comfortable work environment. A more comfortable workplace might also benefit from breaks and quiet areas for concentration. 7. Clearly define the job expectations. When their job expectations, obligations, and duties are clearly stated, employees perform better and are more productive. Employees perform better when they are aware of the requirements of their tasks and when managers give clear instructions. This will enable them to receive accurate performance feedback and prevent overwork, stress, and burnout. 8. Make dependable tools and equipment for the job accessible. The availability of high-quality tools and equipment is essential for fostering a positive work environment by empowering employees to do their responsibilities quickly and accurately. This involves giving the tools, software, and hardware needed to do their jobs and ensuring everything is maintained, current, and easily available. Make any necessary adjustments after routinely reviewing employee input on the tools and equipment's usability and quality. 9. Improve your hiring procedure to remove negative energy. Employing people who do not match your company's beliefs, objectives, community, or clientele can create a negative work atmosphere that is unfriendly to other employees. Your team should be grounded in a business culture emphasizing appreciation, excellence, and dedication to going above and beyond for your clients, the candidates you place, and other team members. Since your company's culture and goals are important, you should expedite the hiring process to find candidates with the abilities, morals, and attitudes you seek. Along with having these skills, a person should be able to work well with others, communicate well, and respect others. You should fire an employee immediately if they're causing havoc or interfering with business operations. This is because they may spark a riot or dispute among coworkers. Inquire employees about what makes them happy and what could improve the workplace environment simultaneously. 10. Fostering a strong sense of teamwork. A positive work environment is often created by a workplace that stimulates collaboration and encourages employees to form relationships with one another. In the end, a strong sense of teamwork can increase engagement, job satisfaction, and productivity. It can also be accomplished through planning team-building activities, hosting social gatherings, and promoting collaborative initiatives. Strategies for combating burnout and recharging your focus. A unique form of work-related stress called job burnout is a state of physical or emotional tiredness that also includes a sense of diminished accomplishment and a loss of one's sense of self. Burnout is not a recognized medical term. Some specialists believe that depression or other disorders may be to blame for burnout. Researchers have noted that a person's personality and family circumstances can affect whether they experience job burnout. Job burnout can impact your physical and mental well-being, regardless of the source. Think about how to recognize job burnout and what you can do to prevent it. What is burnout? Burnout is a response to ongoing or persistent workplace stress. Its three primary defining characteristics are exhaustion, cynicism, less connection with the job, and perceptions of reduced professional abilities. Simply put, you show signs of burnout if you feel worn out, dislike your job, and feel less competent. People spend most of their waking hours at work. Therefore, it could significantly impact you if you hate your job, dread going to work, and don't feel fulfilled by what you're doing. This toll shows up via burnout symptoms. Recognizing the signs and symptoms of burnout. Although burnout is not a psychological condition that can be diagnosed, that doesn't mean it shouldn't be handled seriously. You can experience both physical and mental signs of burnout. Physical signs of burnout. The body often manifests symptoms of burnout. Research shows typical physical burnout symptoms include gastrointestinal disorders, high blood pressure, weakened immune system, often getting sick, recurrent headaches, sleep problems, etc. Chronic stress is a major contributor to burnout, so it's important to understand how it impacts the body. Physical symptoms of chronic stress include greater aches and pains, low energy, and changes in appetite. These physical symptoms could all be markers of burnout. Mental signs of burnout. You are also affected intellectually and emotionally by burnout. The most typical mental signs of burnout include difficulty concentrating, depression, a sense of worthlessness, lack of interest or pleasure, suicidal thoughts, etc. Depression versus burnout. Some mental health problems, such as depression and burnout, have similar signs and symptoms. Along with thoughts of suicide, other depression symptoms include a loss of interest in things, a sense of helplessness, and cognitive and physical problems. How can you distinguish between depression and burnout? People who are depressed have terrible emotions and thoughts about every part of life, not simply their jobs. If you feel this way, a mental health professional can assist. People who experience burnout may be more likely to experience depression. Therefore, getting help is crucial. Risk factors for burnout symptoms. Burnout is not a constant effect of high-stress work environments. If your stress is adequately managed, you might avoid these detrimental effects. However, some individuals, and those in specific occupations, are more susceptible than others to experiencing burnout symptoms. Employee burnout can be caused by 5 job characteristics, according to a 2018 Gallup report. Excessive time constraints. Employees who report having sufficient time to complete their work are 70% less likely to suffer from high burnout. But those who cannot get more time, such as paramedics and firefighters, are more susceptible to burnout. Lack of managerial support and communication. The manager's support provides a psychological shield against stress. Employees are 70% less likely to repeatedly experience signs of burnout if they feel warmly supported by their manager. Unclear definition of roles. Only 60% of employees know their expectations. Workers may become worn out just trying to know what to do when expectations are like moving targets. An overwhelming workload. Even the most optimistic staff will experience pessimism when the workload seems insurmountable. Excessive emotions could easily cause burnout symptoms. Unjust treatment. Workers who feel they are being treated unfairly at work are 2 to 3 times more likely to experience high burnout than other workers. Favoritism, unequal remuneration, and coworker mistreatment are a few instances of unjust treatment. The stress that causes burnout can predominantly come from your job, even while pressures from other elements of your life may also cause these levels to rise. For instance, the cognitive patterns and personality traits of pessimism and perfectionism might stress people more. Effects of untreated burnout symptoms. Untreated burnout symptoms may result in the following: alienation from activities associated with employment. People who are burnt out find their occupations to be more and more annoying and demanding. You risk becoming pessimistic about your workplace and your coworkers. Additionally, you could start emotionally distancing yourself from your work and feeling numb. Emotional weariness. Untreated burnout symptoms might eventually leave you feeling emotionally spent and unable to function. Decrease in performance. Burnout impacts regular tasks at work or home if taking care of family members is your primary responsibility. People experiencing burnout symptoms are generally uncreative, have trouble focusing, and feel negative about their tasks. Together, these factors lead to diminished performance. Tips for preventing burnout. Burnout is a phenomenon that, in the words of the World Health Organization, is characterized by reduced professional efficacy, increasing mental distance from one's job, feelings of pessimism or cynicism about one's employment, and energy depletion or tiredness. This condition greatly impacts millennials. 42% of millennials reported feeling burned out at work as of February 2021. Burnout is a phenomenon that can have a detrimental effect on workers and organizations across all industries, regardless of age. Here are strategies for preventing burnout at work, per professional sources, to help you combat times of stress, lack of motivation, or exhaustion. Work out. Exercise is an excellent approach to reducing depression and anxiety, which often coexist with burnout. Regular exercise can enhance wellness by releasing happy hormones and other organic brain substances. Exercise can also help your mind avoid stressful and negative thought patterns. Additionally, exercise is said to increase confidence. These are all preventative measures against burnout. Pro tip: don't overdo it with your exercise because you can overdo it and end up injured and exhausted. According to the CDC, adults can maintain their health with 30 minutes of activity daily. Eat meals and foods that are healthy. People should concentrate on the following 4 key aspects of burnout: mood, immunity, focus, and sleep. Nutrient-rich foods can support the maintenance of such regions. Because they include magnesium, which lowers anxiety, good fats for hormones, and folate for neurons, avocados, for instance, are an excellent mood enhancer. Due to their vitamin K content, which supports immunological and inflammatory responses, grapes are a fantastic source of immunity support. We recommend olives and olive oil to improve focus because they include good lipids for memory and brain function and vitamin E to protect brain cells. Tart cherries offer melatonin and potassium to improve sleep quality. Pro tip: before incorporating new foods into your diet, always speak with your doctor and be aware of any food sensitivities you may have. Plan and get ready. You can begin to take action to prevent burnout or to preserve a work-life balance once you acknowledge that it is a real possibility in your professional life. These actions include scheduling regular time off from work, taking vacations, or practicing stress-relieving exercises like meditation. Knowing when to acknowledge such sensations is the greatest way to recover from burnout. Take precautions afterward. It is impossible to avoid burnout at work, especially if you are devoted to your work and invest a lot of time and energy. Why not prepare for it then? To avoid burnout, plan to take time off work and engage in activities that will refresh you. Pro tip: if possible, schedule days where you won't be available for meetings as quiet or focus days. By doing this, you can use such days to complete more work before you burn out or to complete less demanding jobs. The Pomodoro technique can help you remember to take breaks. With the Pomodoro technique, you may increase productivity by working 25 minutes at a time with a 5-minute rest. You can give yourself a longer 20 to 30-minute break after 4 intervals. The technique's premise is that you'll be more productive if you take frequent, brief breaks and one longer break each day. The Pomodoro technique can be useful to prevent immediate work stress or symptoms of burnout. Pro tip: you can change the intervals and break durations to suit your requirements and workload better. Keep your eyes safe. People also try to avoid eye strain, which can worsen feelings of weariness, by taking breaks to play with their dogs outside. Check the lighting in your workspace and take steps to minimize glare. This can entail utilizing an adjustable desk lamp instead of all or some overhead lights. You can lower the brightness on your computer or cover the screen with an anti-glare material. Practice meditation and yoga. Yoga allows you to exercise while preparing your mind for analysis and releasing endorphins. After a stressful day, practicing yoga and meditation can help you unwind. According to research, 60% of people who meditate report that it increases their energy, and 50% say it helps their memory and focus. Additionally, the advantages of yoga and meditation can help prevent or manage burnout. Pro tip: to start your day with mental clarity, do yoga or meditation in the morning before you begin your duties. After work, you can also decompress by practicing yoga or meditation. Take a break when you require it. If you are worried about falling behind, taking time off might be challenging. But taking time off is essential to unwinding, clearing your head, and achieving a healthy work-life balance. Pro tip: having regularly scheduled vacations and days off might make you feel more motivated at work by giving you something to look forward to. Be prepared. It can be challenging and stressful to keep track of tasks, deadlines, meetings, and other duties related to your employment. This stress can result in burnout. Make time to manage your life and create a routine. Make a list of your to-dos, placing the highest priority items at the top and the lowest priority items at the bottom. You can also spend money on calendars, alarm clocks, and planners to stay on schedule. Pro tip: some programs offer fantastic digital tools to coordinate tasks and monitor your project's development. Rely on your network of allies. You might be tempted to isolate yourself from others and cope with your troubles on your own while you're coping with burnout. However, socializing with loved ones can help you feel renewed. Even talking to a close friend about a difficult day at work can provide you with new insight for the following day. Check your benefits to determine whether there is anything regarding free or heavily subsidized therapy. You can better understand your stress spot obstacles, and deal with stress by talking to a therapist. Have a restful night's sleep. According to the CDC, adults aged 18 to 60 need a minimum of 7 hours of sleep per night. But according to research, 35.2% of American adults report sleeping less than 7 hours on average each night. Sleep promotes emotional control, which makes it easier to control or let go of stress. Maintaining a regular sleep routine that leaves you rested and prepared to face the day is a wonderful method to prevent burnout. Create a nighttime routine that helps in winding down and getting your body and mind ready for bed. To get ready for bed, shower warm, sip hot tea without caffeine, and put your phone away. Burnout may be inevitable depending on your industry, but it doesn't have to be a dire circumstance that adversely affects your work and personal life. You can prevent burnout or discover a good management method by taking the actions above. Conclusion. You can't acquire the ability to focus and concentrate better overnight. Professional athletes like sprinters, golfers, and gymnasts practice for a long period and typically have a coach, so they can focus and make the perfect move at the right time to excel. Understanding how concentration influences your life is the first step to improving it. Suppose you have trouble keeping commitments, getting distracted by unimportant things, or not progressing toward your goals. In that case, it's time to get help with concentration so that you can concentrate on what matters most to you. Success in your profession and life depends on your ability to focus at work. You'll discover that you can do more things you value by strengthening your focus while feeling better about yourself. Making time for joy and happiness is as important as completing tasks for a fulfilling life. While some techniques for doing so might be effective, others might not seem to impact you much. Try various strategies to know what works best. The advantages of specific techniques, including brain training, are still debated among experts. However, the current research indicates that many people can benefit from most of these suggestions, at least modestly. Additionally, these suggestions shouldn't have any bad impacts because they are unlikely to impair focus or result in undesirable consequences. Just be careful to consult your doctor if the focus is extremely difficult. It's crucial to rule out catastrophic conditions, such as brain traumas, because there might be an underlying cause.
We appreciate you tuning in to one of our captivating audiobooks. For more immersive experiences, here is another audiobook we're certain you'll enjoy. Don't forget to show your support by liking this video, sharing what you loved about this audiobook in the comments section below, and subscribing for more captivating audiobooks like this. Thanks for being a part of our audiobook community.